Time for Give Me the Headlines, presented by Hyundai. Nothing more needs to be said about that game. We'll move on. So this is what we do. We got 2 games. You know what we do. We're in the printing press here. We got to have a headline. It's late at night, and so the headlines might not be as good, but Chris usually comes through here. We got Rams defeating the 49ers to ensure that Stafford Bowl rematch in Detroit. 21-20, a comeback win for the Rams, too.
Yes, sir.
Nice with Carson Wentz there. What is your headline for this game?
Oh, my headline is the Wentz wagon is back. I mean, it was really a pretty impressive performance by him. Not necessarily like the easiest thing. The 49ers had a lot of starters playing early on in the football game.
Yeah.
Right? Now, the Rams had one drive early on in the game that they moved the ball against that group. But, you know, the hang in there, he made some plays with his legs, made a few clutch throws, certainly. You know, that was impressive for a team that, I think it's just the culture of the Rams that impresses me. The fact that they're gritty, tough, they compete all the time. Sean McVay, we talk about his offensive prowess and all of that, but the first thing with the Rams is they bring it, and they don't back down from a fight from anybody. And even in this one, down 20-7 against the 49ers, you clearly could have just gone, hey, we're not playing our starters. Who gives a shit? We're in the playoffs next week. So what? Battle back. And the big drive being the 17-play, 75-yard drive in the third quarter that brought it within the score. And then, of course, late in the game, Wentz hit some big plays, and they got the 2-point conversion, and they pulled out the victory.
What an end-of-the-year turnaround. 7-1 in the last 8 games. It's their first regular season win versus the 49ers since 2018, so there's something at least right there. Puka Nacua went off. Mentioned that before, too. So the 49ers already locked into that number 1 seed.
Right.
But they are, this year, are you worried at all about this? They are 1-3 this season in one-possession games.
Well, they're not that type of team a little bit. I think if there's one thing we haven't seen from Brock Purdy, it's like, whoa, we're down late in the game. Can you drive us back and do that, right? They're a little bit of in Shanahan era, get out in front of you, and we're going to bully you and control the game. And if we don't, then it becomes very dicey. They definitely have a little bit of that in them, for sure. And I don't think, one-score games usually come back to the drop-back pass game, okay? And I think the drop-back pass game is like one of the worst things the 49ers do on offense. And I don't mean that to be in a negative way. It's still really good. But we know they want to run the ball, screens, gadgets, play-action pass with Purdy, and then just the occasional drop back. That's what the 49ers want to do. And, stats like that, too, can be a little misleading. What is it? They're 1 and what? In
1-3.
Okay, they should have beat the Browns and missed a chippy field goal. Minnesota, that was a tough one. So, the little context to that. And then, of course, today is the other one. Yeah,
right.
So, okay, we're not going to put that on them too much. But I think there's some reality to that a little bit, that the 49ers are a play-from-ahead team, bully type of football team here.
Mandalorian 27 says, damn okay Rams. Sean McVay leading the Rams to 10 wins with the second youngest team in the NFL. Incredible coaching job. Also, Kobe Turner for Defensive Rookie of the Year.
He's up there. He definitely is. I mean, he's been on a tear. The one thing I like about the Rams, I don't think their defense is super talented. You know that. Okay? They're extremely well coached. They do have size up front, right? I think that's what I love about them. They're going to, though, if they have to make a run here in the NFC playoffs, they're going to have to play through their offense, right? I think they have to protect their defense a little bit. I don't expect their defense to be shutting down your Lions offense next week. So what are they going to what's the approach going to be? Shoot out, throw the ball, and just go for it, and we're going to run and do whatever we want on offense? Or are they going to take the approach a little bit about, like, hey, let's try to control the clock a little bit. Let's not let Goff in this Lions offense that's awesome, that moves the ball on everybody, and definitely has more talent than our Rams defense. Do we want to get in a shootout with this group? I'll be interested to see what they choose here. I think they're going to choose, let's slow it down, let's run the ball, let's let Stafford pick them apart and control the ball a little bit more. I would think that's the route they take.
Again, we will watch that game, 8 p.m., Sunday night on NBC. David Dave 87 says, Rams and Lions, just stick it in my veins. And D Cowboy 777 says, we need Ahmed's thoughts on his worst nightmare scenario. Realize Stafford comes to town.
He's so nervous. It's awesome.
And I have to talk about it on TV as an impartial member of the media. No, it's going to be fun. I actually think it's going to be a good time.
It really is. I got to give a little play-by-play here because I'm watching. It's under the 2-minute warning. It was a long 4th and 1. They brought it down to the 0 point and called timeout.
The Bills.
The Bills. And then they ran the quarterback sneak coming out of the timeout and went for the win, basically. And it is really close. So we're sitting here live, 21-14, Buffalo winning. I know you guys know who won, but I'm sitting here live watching it, so you got to listen to me for a second. All right?
So if they get this first down, if it's inch over the line, game's over. Bills win. They're the 2 seed.
Exactly. And it's really close. He tried to jump up and got on a wave of people, and the Dolphins stopped the momentum right at the line. So we're going to see right here.
Here it is. Get back. The ref
Dolphins
is getting the players
get
back
the ball,
here.
and they're going to have to go on a 60-yard drive to win the game.
Short.
They didn't
it's
get
short.
It.
Wow, the Dolphins have a chance here. So where's the ball?
They're on the 35, basically.
Wow,
yeah,
okay.
So here we go. Tua with the ball to tie the game with the minute 53.
We will keep you updated on a game that you already know the result to, but we don't, so screw it. We're into it.
And they know the result of all the other games we're going to talk
right.
about, too. So we might as well just stay in line with what we do.
So they know the result of the Giants and Eagles, and this one was one that you could, you picked against your Giants again, of course, right?
Course
so, but I think you still could enjoy this one. Giants win 27-10. Your headline for this game, Chris, is?
Well, there was this thing called the Miracle at the Meadowlands once,
that,
right?
Yes.
You remember that? This was the murder at the Meadowlands.
That's kind of what it seemed like.
It was. I mean, I can't believe I'm saying it out loud. Like, it's kind of insane, but I'm shocked. I mean, it's just the Eagles are so talented. You keep expecting them to, all right, it's the Giants. This is the week they're going to kind of get going, and they'll gain a little momentum, and here we go, right? And we've been saying it for 5 weeks now. It's really crazy. Giants in New York, right? A chance to be the number 2 seed and really get dominated, controlled. I mean, the team that was 10-1 in football, I'm not even trying to overstate this, okay? 10-1 to start the year. We put out the warning signs when they were 10-1. I know we did that. We told people it's not as good as you think, but hey, they find a way every game to where we're going into the playoffs. They're the number 5 seed. And, I'm not trying to make any crazy statement here, but, yeah, this is what I want to talk to on the graphics. They're playing like they're one of the 5 or 6 worst teams in all of football. It's not just like, they're playing like one of the worst teams in the playoffs. They're playing like one of the worst teams in all of football. And I think that's what's kind of shocking here, that they can't even regain the confidence or form that we saw even close to it early in this football season.
I mean, it is really bad. So now they're the 5 seed. They play at the Bucs next Monday. They had this game in week 3. Philly won 25-11, but how do you even compare these teams from then and now? A.J. Brown left in the first quarter with a knee injury. We saw Jalen Hurts' finger was pointing the wrong direction for a long time.
Yeah, nobody fixed it. It was like, what?
Guys.
Did somebody know? Like, can he tell somebody that he's hurt? Somebody tell the trainers?
He just thought that the whole team thought that he was
came
flipping
off
him
the field
off.
holding his finger, and then he got on the sidelines. They put the jacket on him, and he's sitting there, and it looks like he had to stand up and go hey, guys, my finger's still out of the socket. Somebody want to come here?
They thought he was saying, screw you. And they're like, all right, fine. You put your finger back together. He's like, no, I'm just trying to show you where the injury is there. So who knows about that? I think A.J. Brown did not have – I think it's the early results are good on that, but who knows? I mean, it's just like Nick Sirianni said after the game. He goes, we're not quitters. When you get hit in life, you have 2 options, quit or get the F up.
Yeah, that's what they can do.
They haven't been getting the F up.
They have not been getting up, and it's not good on either side of the ball. To right now, I just go, wait, what's the silver lining? What can we look at with the Eagles to go, okay, that's working, that works. Okay, I understand that. That looks good. But, I mean, the explosive plays they're letting up across the board, it's insane. And then the Bills get an interception because, again, this is the thing to watch out with Miami. If it's not open down the middle of the field, Miami's offense just doesn't work that well.
Right.
And Tua had a chance, and I know you shook your head. He had Tyreek Hill down the middle. It was pass interference, but Tyreek should have caught it, and he would have been still running maybe.
Yes.
And he dropped it. All right, they called pass interference, and here it is, 21-14, a minute 13 left. He tries to throw a deep out route to the left into tight coverage. And Tyreek got hurt the play before.
The play before the penalty?
I guess it was the play after the penalty. There was one play in between there.
Okay.
Yeah, you missed one play.
Oh, right before the pick.
Yep.
Okay.
So there we are.
So
Bills will be the AFC's champions.
We will. This is a tease. In probably 2 minutes from now, we will be breaking down this game and talking about
Yeah.
it. So let's just put a bow,
Yeah,
put a
let's
bow
put a bow
on,
on it, right.
the Eagles right now. It's like we're far from the point where we're like, oh, they're going to figure it out, right? They're a flawed team going into the playoffs right now, and they've got to like gut it out. And they have the players like that have the talent that can do that.
Yeah.
But you just wonder how you don't.
Where's the confidence level, right?
Yeah.
It's just hard. I don't care who you are. They got a lot of great leaders and confident, strong men in that locker room. It's hard to go into the playoffs when you've played like they have over the last 6 weeks and go, oh, we feel good. We're about to go on a run. I don't even give a shit who you're playing. You're playing the Bucks, or the Bucks are, the Bucks. They match up okay with the Eagles. They certainly can beat them, as we know. I mean, the Cardinals and the Giants beat the Eagles. The Giants handled the Eagles. It wasn't beat them. They handled them. Like, that's what's crazy. And the amount of explosive plays we're seeing on this Eagles defense right now, I think that's the shocking thing. I mean, it's just Wan'Dale Robinson, 30 yards. Oh, there goes Saquon for 20 yards. Oh, there goes Darius Slayton for 25 yards. I mean, it's just incredible. I don't know what to do. They got to figure out something totally drastic. I don't know if you come out the next game and you go no huddle on the offensive side of the ball, right? Maybe you just go, screw it, we're going to be really aggressive on defense and blitz like mad. They got to change something with the momentum of their football team to kind of find a spark. And I think it's got to be something somewhat drastic at this point.
They do have to play like they have nothing to lose, basically. This, not like you are the hunter.
You're
You're not the hunted.
We got to go
anymore.
for it. Might have to call a trick play. Might have to give a reverse here and there.
What do you make about this number, about your New York Giants?
Yeah.
They were 5-6 this season when either Tyrod Taylor or Tommy DeVito started. They were 1-5 with Daniel Jones.
Oh yeah, that's not a great stat for the guy that you're paying $40 million for the next year for sure. I don't think it's fair. Again, context matters, right? I know we're in this world right now where we just like to look at the bottom line. I want to go, okay, they played like shit early on in the year. They played the hardest schedule in football. They played the Cowboys, the 49ers, the Seahawks, the Dolphins, the Bills, right? When Daniel Jones was there. The rest of these guys got to play some other teams that certainly were more favorable matchups, let alone they got going. Their offensive line started to finally play. I mean, don't forget early in the year, Daniel Jones, we were back to, can he even look at the first read, or should he just run as soon as he gets the ball, or just duck and go, blow the whistle, blow the whistle? But yes, those are things that are going to be questioned. And I would think they bring in a pretty big-time veteran quarterback to be his backup, like a Ryan Tannehill almost. If he doesn't find a head starting job somewhere, they'll bring him in to be the backup because, one, Daniel Jones has been beat up a little bit, and two, they got to have some insurance policy to go, wait, if he's not playing well or looks like he did in the first 5 or 6 weeks, right, then we got somebody that we can throw in there that can maybe right the ship.
Yeah, it's interesting to see how that's going to all shake out there. Pete is officially off the Daniel Jones train. He has jumped off.
Gosh, Pete, don't do that.
He's jumped off. He goes, but I could jump back on.
He goes, maybe you could get me back on. We're going to get you back on.
Once you get off a train, though, it's very hard to get back on it. That thing is going fast. That was Give Me the Headlines presented by Hyundai.
Yo, what up, homies? Thanks for watching. Remember, subscribe to Chris Simms Unbuttoned. Right now, we got Sunday Pod, right? So you can have it Monday morning. We recap all the action. Wednesday, it's the What the Happened podcast. We're going to get deep in the weeds on the key matchups of the week. And then Thursday, I'm picking games with that jerk Florio. So you know where to find us, homies. Keep watching. Peace out. We'll see you.